And first at 6, D.C. leaders are keeping tabs on how many students are showing up for school. It's a conversation some of you might be having at the dinner table tonight. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Leslie Foster. It appears D.C. students are cutting class at an alarming rate. It is negatively affecting their test scores and ultimately their futures. A couple of hours ago, Ardelia Gonzalez stopped by a hearing with D.C. leaders to talk about a fix.
D.C. police say 458 young people have been arrested for violent crimes in the first 9 months of 2023. According to the state superintendent of education, last year, an average of 43% of all D.C. students were deemed chronically absent, meaning they missed more than 10% of school. The numbers are even worse when you zero in on high school. Attendance is abysmal. Anacostia, 82% chronically absent. Ballou, 88%. Dunbar, 82%.
When they are not in school, obviously, there are a lot of opportunities to get into trouble. And also the influences around them. It's harder to say no to things.
Jody Oscar is the founder and executive director of Access Youth, a program to help keep kids in school and engaged. Since 2009, they've reached over 10,000 students and are now working full-time in 8 middle and high schools in Wards 6, 7, and 8. Oscar says program managers work on building relationships with trust and consistency.
For many of them, the only place they get that is in school. Students that come into our program, 98% of them are not suspended again for same behaviors because we really get to the root causes.
Access Youth also gets to the reasons why some young people miss school, including transportation, safety.
How do I get to school and feel like something's not going to happen to me?
And those who have multiple jobs.
They are caregivers within their families. They are taking care of younger siblings. They take them to school before they can get to school.
Attended school.
The D.C. Council continued its public roundtable on the high rate of excused and unexcused absences, holding school leaders accountable on ways to keep kids off the streets and in school.
Making sure that we've got teachers in every classroom, teachers that are engaged, and teachers that understand, de-escalation techniques. The focus for us is always if we can keep them engaged and give them a reason to come. And often that is that there's somebody there that cares.
Delia Gonzalez, WUSA 9.
So let's put this absentee problem further into context by digging into how many students actually graduate from high school. D.C.'s Office of the State Superintendent, or what they call OSSI, shared its school report card earlier this month. And one of the key takeaways is graduation rates. So take a look at your screen. D.C.'s four-year graduation rate for the 2022-2023 school year only increased by 1% compared to the year prior. The four-year graduation rate currently stands at just over 75%. Now, that is certainly an increase from when OSSI began monitoring these rates back in the 2010-2011 school year. Back then, the graduation rate was just below 59%.